want to give all praises to
YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash.
Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace and blessings to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners, keeping his word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Yakprop from the Dallas GMS camp. Then you got the brother Mathia, you got the brother Manayan, and Masabad, right? So if you want to start off with that one,
It says, going in Isaiah 1, I go jump down. It says, our sinful nation, a people 1 and 4. It's like our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. It says, Isaiah 1 and 1, a vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos. I started.
Yeah,
Done. This is Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
yeah,
Oh,
I was going to say, yeah, like our people don't consider. They don't even think of the fact of coming back to the ways of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. First of all, because they were beaten to where they don't even know the Lord like that. All they know is Jesus Christ and God and love and all that so that's all our people know, man. So in their mind, the fear of the Lord is way behind them.
Right.
That's why it says my people does not consider. Right? Go ahead.
done. Verse 4, our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. They have forsaken YAHAWAH. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards.
Yeah, they're gone away backwards. You know what I'm saying? They have provoked the Lord. Just like it says there in Ezekiel the 16th chapter. No, so like Isaiah the 16th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You have provoked the Lord. That's why he burnt. He had called us that green olive tree. You know what I'm saying? And he had burnt the branches thereof, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? Because we had provoked them to anger. We went off, man. We were worshiping other idols, following after the customs and ways of the heathen. Doing all kinds of maliciousness, evil. That's why I said people laden with iniquity. Right?
Seed of evil, man. Parents, you the seed of a nigga who done done, that's why black culture now, man. You look at it now, they tattooing babies up, man. Those are seeds of evildoers, man. And if this way was allowed to continue, if this America was allowed to continue, then that little nigga would teach his son that. And then it will be a continual thing, generation after generation, man. Right. Seed of evildoers, man. That's all our people know is wickedness, man.
Verse 5, it says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revoke more and more. Behold, head is sick, and behold, heart is faint.
Yeah, man, the whole nation of Israel is done. God says, why should you be stricken anymore? Like, what's the point of having to put you in captivity, keep destroying y'all? You know what I'm saying? Keep disciplining us. All y'all gonna do is just keep going off more and more. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother was going into, I saw a quote on Instagram. It said, when you teach your son, you teach your son's son. You know what I'm saying? So when you have these people doing, they got their kids and they not showing them the right way or what to do or how to be right. The kids is looking at them when they gangbanging, doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Committing adultery. They learning all that.
Right.
And then what they do, they adopt that and then they teach it to their kids.
They do that shit thinking they call that culture. It's crazy. All right, Sirach 11:28. Judge none blessed before his death, for a man shall be known in his children. So you're gonna be known in your children. What you pass down, what you have taught your children, man. Okay, and then you're gonna be known. This thing was a piece of shit. Look at he ain't teach us. This chosen no kind of integrity, man.
Right.
No kind of standards. You know.
Yeah, you know, hey, the elites, they know. That's why when they have kids to what? To pass down their heritage. That, you know what I'm saying? Now all the money, all the businesses that they got, everything that they got, you know, everything that they got set up, they're gonna pass it down to them, and then they teach them how to yeah.
It's how to fuck, you know, how they got to do rape, robbery, and murder, man. Teach them how to do it, man. So when they die, they can continue their legacy on like the brothers going into, man. You know?
That's it.
Well, going to returning back to the Lord. This is Psalms 126. It says, when Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahweh has done great things for them. Yahweh has done great things for us, wherefore we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahweh, as the streams in the south. And it says, they that sow in the tears shall reap in joy. He has goeth forth and weepeth bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. And like I said, hey, Lord, he's going to come and return Israel again. And as it said, he said, the Lord has done great things for us, wherefore we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahweh, as the streams in the south. So the Lord is actually doing that. He's getting ready to turn, you know, the captivities. It's going to be a 180. Esau is going to be ready to go into captivity. Now we're going to be delivered up, but not the whole nation of Israel. He's turning his anger more towards 2/3 for the elect. It's like that stream in the south. He's coming back and bringing it on. Like that stream, he's bringing it back, and he's going to basically deliver the righteous. That's who we look for. That's the one that's going to be saved. Like when YAHAWASHI said in John 4:22, woman well for the salvation of the Jews. She was going to, like you said, going to the elect. At that time, the southern kingdom was in that area, so that's why we like for the salvation of the Jews. But like you say, with all like we're going to Isaiah, we were dumbed down. We forgot who we were. Our nation's still dumb. You know, they don't want to know. But we're coming back, and the Lord is going to basically pay and give, make do of what you deserve. If you ain't been with the Lord, you can be destroyed. If you're with the Lord, He's going to basically bring and deliver you, like the streams in the south.
I got a precept. This is Baruch chapter 4. The point is in verse 24, but I'm going to start at verse 5. I'm going to jump down. It says, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because you moved the Lord to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrifices unto devils and not unto the Lord. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we were we in the situation we're in now. You know, we provoked the Lord to anger, and He put us in captivity, man. And if you read Nehemiah, the 9th chapter, it gives you an account of all the times that the Lord redeemed us and that He threw us in captivity for going off. Even though He showed us all these miracles and all the things that He did do for us, it said that, you know, that we still slipped back. You know, we still went off. And then what He do? Oh, I gotta put you in captivity again, because y'all just don't know it, you know? That's why when the brother read that in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, it says that why should you be stricken anymore? Like, what's the point of keep doing this to y'all if y'all gonna just keep going back and go harder at wickedness, right? So I'm gonna jump down to verse 24. It says, like as now the righteousness of Zion has seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our Lord, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Now, this is going to happen after, you know, the affliction of Israel is fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? But we still got to go through that. You know, the nation of Israel still got to go through that process. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, keep going there in Isaiah, and it's going to tell you what the Lord is going to do before He brings in that salvation.
It's back in Isaiah 1, verse 6. And it says, from the sole of the foot even unto the head. I'm going to start at verse 5 again. It says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revoke more and more. The whole head is sick. The whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
Hey, if I can say that's a cut to these people that when we come out here, we preach, and they say, why don't y'all go to the hood? Well, the promise of Israel, the so-called Negro Latino Native American, it's more than just a hood problem. It's a nation problem.
Right.
You know, you got a lot of guys out there that are upper class, areas, predominantly black, but they still into, nigga shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Into white collar crime, you know what I'm saying? Or just, trying to live a life of a gangster. So it's bigger than just, we just impoverished. No, it's a mindset.
It says, back in verse 6, it says, from the sole of the feet even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores that have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Yeah, so Israel, the state of Israel is like a decomposing body damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't want to say decomposing, but it's pretty much wounded to the point where, just imagine you got open wounds everywhere, you got sores, you got all kinds of diseases running through the body. There's no coming back from it. There's no way to save it. That's the nature of Israel right now. So what does the Lord? So what do you got to do to that body, right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. It says, your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers, devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers.
Yeah, man, it's overthrown by strangers, man. Everybody every nation up in the world, man, has had their fill on Israel. And why? Because the Lord set it up that way, man. Like we read in Baruch. He didn't put us in captivity to destroy us, but because we provoked Him.
Right.
This is a punishment, but it's not going to last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had that word for soundness, man. All right, it's Psalms 8:49, 74. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to get the definition. When we go down to the lexicon, it says integrity, man. So Jake has no integrity, man. Like the priest Mike Allen was saying, man. It's no, even amongst those upper echelon Jakes, man, who have our people deem as wealthy on this side, man. They ain't got no damn integrity, man. Especially these Jake celebrities, man. Look what they do. You got niggas like Rick Ross who signed Meek Mill. This gonna be a continual thing on and knowing what you gonna have to do. Rick Ross knew what this nigga Meek Mill was gonna have to do once he signed that paper, man. Yeah. And no integrity, man. But our people, and that nigga found out, and he gonna do the same thing to another Jake, man. But a lot of our people know what's going on. They ain't got no damn integrity, so they'll just go with it, man.
Right.
Right.
You got to preach it.
No, bro.
So back in Isaiah 1:8, it says, and the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lounge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city, except YAHAWAH of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We have been as Sodom as we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Yeah, man, we should have been completely destroyed. But like I said, the Lord had saved unto Himself that remnant, going into the elect, right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, it says, hear the word of YAHAWAH, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto YAHAWAH our power, ye people of Gomorrah.
Yeah, what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was completely destroyed, man. The Lord made fire and brimstone fall from the sky and destroy pretty much a damn nuclear bomb going off and destroyed and wiped out the whole city. You know, that's what that's really what should have happened to Israel. But the Lord, like it says, man, the Lord is full of mercy, so He showed He saved up to Him that remnant.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Done. It says, verse 11, says, to what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? Saith Yahawah, I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of the fed beasts, and I delight not in the blood of bullocks and of lambs and of goats and of he-goats.
Yeah, man. So the Lord got tired of us pretty much taking advantage of that law. You know what I'm saying? Us getting a goat or a lamb or you know, whatever animal he wanted to use. You know what I'm saying? The Lord got tired of us just premeditating on sin. You know, so he said, man, I'm not gonna take that no more.
That's right. Did away with the office, and that's a cut to the whole Levitical priesthood doctrine. Because how you supposed to have your sins hidden? You know, if you want to come on that banner of the you know or order of the law, man,
right.
There was no way that we could keep the law. And a huge indicator of that is because the Most High didn't omit our sins by sacrifices. You see?
It said that in Hebrews about it. Basically, what the paraphrase is, if there's no blood, you know what I'm saying? There's no sacrifice. No
remission of sins. There's no. I know what you're talking about. I mentioned it too, but I know what's something.
The blood.
Yep.
Back in Exodus.
Yep.
You know,
you were sprinkling the blood on the holy, on the dang, this slipped my mind. On the propitiation. Another word for that word propitiation in Hebrews is basically the mercy seat. Which who is the mercy seat now? The mercy seat is YAHAWASHI. Yep.
Yeah, I got a quick one.
I got it. If I quote it right, yeah, it's Hebrews 9:22. Yeah, it says, and almost all things are by the law purged with blood.
Right.
And without shedding of blood is no remission.
That's right. So there's no remission of sins without shedding of blood. So if you want to talk about you are a Levitical priest, then one, where's your sacrifices? And two, what did you do? What sacrifices can you do in order for the Most High to accept that sacrifice? Do you not accept the sacrifices anymore, man? That's why YAHAWASHI is so important. And that's why we have to build on YAHAWASHI. Go ahead, my bro. You got it.
So just to back up your point, I was in that same chapter too. But I'm going to start up at verse 13, right? Hebrews 9:13, it says, for if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of an heifer sprinkling the unclean sanctified to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Hamashiach, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to the Lord, purge your conscience from the dead works to serve the living God? You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much saying like, you know, if the blood of goats and the heifers and all that, if they were able to purge your sins, how much more is the blood of YAHAWASHI? You know, because it said that if the blood of bulls could save you, then that would be it. You know, but no, that's why YAHAWASHI had to come in.
That's right.
What chapter was it?
Chapter 9, the same one, right?
Okay.
Got some for you, bro?
This is Hebrews 10. It actually was kind of going through the same thing. It says Hebrews 10, and started verse 1. It says, for the law having the shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices, with the offered year to year continually, make the comers whereunto perfect.
Right. The law was the shadow of things to come, because now we're living through His Spirit. We're able to understand the law and navigate our life by the Spirit. Does it have to be, everything has to be concrete based on the law? No. But the law is basically the platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which now, which really, if you want to get technical, is YAHAWASHI, because He's the Word. But now, when YAHAWASHI came, He taught us how to live in the Spirit. That's why it says in Galatians that we had a schoolmaster. word in schoolmaster is really going into Roman custom to have, you would have a tutor, like if you was in a high affluent family, you would have a tutor that would teach you certain things. Then as you got older, you would depart from that tutor. Now, would you forget all the things that the tutor taught you? No, but that was your platform.
That's right.
You see? So now we're living in the spirit. Now, do we do away with the law because of our faith? God forbid, bro.
I got a precept back there. This is Galatians 3:17. It says, "And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of the Lord and Hamashiach, the law which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make the promise of none effect."
That's right. So, read that one more time. I don't want to miss this quote.
Yeah, so verse 17, Galatians 3:17, it says, "And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of the Lord and Hamashiach, the law which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make the promise of none effect."
That's right. So the law is not disannulled because YAHAWASHI fulfilled that promise, right? But it adds on to the understanding, because you have to remember, what is the second covenant? The second covenant is when we are perfected. What measure? By the law. And the laws are going to be written in our inward court. But now we are living in the spirit. We implement these laws through the spirit. Case in point, look at First Maccabees and Maccabees. You know, the brothers were trying not to fight each other, or fight against the Greeks. Fight against the Greeks because it was the Sabbath. Well, what did the Maccabees come up with? Well, hey, we're gonna have to fight these people. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't fight on the Sabbath, they're gonna kill us all.
Right.
When they were in the spirit. Okay? Versus following everything to the teeth and not having not being grounded and not understanding the spiritual aspect of the law. And that's what the Pharisees was doing. They were adding on law on top of law, man. You see, being overbearing, right? Because you have to remember the Pharisees, if you look up that word, it means hidden ones. You know what I'm saying? People that were away from the norm, because the Sadducees, they were actually mixing and mingling with the Greeks. Okay? And both of those sects actually came from the Maccabean family. People don't understand that, bro. You see, those are two political parties.
That's right.
Okay? So the law was everything to a Pharisee. So when Yahweh tried to come and say, look, man, I am the law. What you mean? I am the word. And he teaching with their authority that, hey, that messed up their prestige. And so what did they have to do? Get that man killed.
Yeah, like how you see how it sounds the law, which now we're being looked at as sons again to the Most High through His Son, man.
I got a
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I still got more on this.
Yeah, you got it.
This is back in Galatians 3:18. It says, "For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more of promise. But the Lord gave it to Abraham by promise."
That's right. So if it's by works, then the Pharisees would have had it. But it's not by works; it's by promise. It was given unto us. You see, there's a certain way in which Yahawah, by Yeshua Yahushua, ordained for us to get this understanding, for us to go away everything, man, which is prophecy.
Yeah, that's right. Verse 19, it says, "Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come, to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator." And now a mediator is not a mediator of one, but God is one. Is the law then against the promises of the Lord? The Lord forbid. For if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if there was a law that could save us, then righteousness would have been through the law, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? That's why scripture say our filthiness is our righteousness is as filthy rags. You know what I'm saying? Because through Yahawashi, you know, without Yahawashi, we would be through.
And what the Christians say, well, if there was no law, then there's no sin.
Right.
So why would we the Lord to come back and get us, man?
Right.
See? Because you talking about the law. Well, if there was no law, then you can't sin. So Yahawashi is the one we need to go through, man. He is that law, man. He come in the volume of the book. Okay, done.
I'll jump on down. It says Hebrews 10 and 5. It says, wherefore he cometh into the world, he said, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin thou hast no pleasure.
Hey, we just read that. Why was that? Because of transgressions of the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
So the Most High, what did he do to us? He eventually did away with this. Now, the nation of Israel, they needed a mediator.
Yeah.
And who was that mediator? Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His name is Yahawashi. He was the mediator. He's considered as a propitiation on the mercy seat.
Yeah, that's why I said that in Galatians, like we read, you know, the law was added because of transgressions.
That's right.
And then if you go to, Romans, you know, what is transgression of the law? It's sin.
Sin.
And what is
sin?
You know, yeah, what is sin? You know what I'm saying? Transgression of the law. And what are the wages of sin?
Yeah.
So does the law still? I still see people, you know, dying. I see them on videos, TikToks, Instagram, Facebook.
The news, everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? People still getting sick. People still having misfortunes. You know what I'm saying? You still see these little ass kids, these little monsters running around.
And shooting that thing up.
All types of lawlessness. Yeah, drugs. It's all still here, man. That means that the law is in effect.
Like Yahawashi said that. He said one jot, you know what I'm saying, on one tip, man. And our past, man, it's all we feel, man. Like we still got niggas today that still, they don't give Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, his dues, man. They still boasting in the law. They be on the law, bro, we through. We should have been dead many times over, man. And the Most High ain't accepting no sacrifices, man. Report to you niggas, man. We need Yahweh. We needed Yahawashi, bro. You know? Hey, another thing too is not to veer off, and that's how you know that these Christians don't have the truth, because they accept everything that's contrary to the scriptures. Go ahead,
This is Romans 14 and 4. It says, whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
That's right. So everything that was written in these scriptures were written for our learning. Go ahead,
Says that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's right, hope. It wasn't salvation. But see now, you know what I'm saying, Christianity is used to push what? Wayward doctrines. Case in point, you had the first transgender Lutheran pastor down in California, man. Christianity is being used as a tool to push homosexuality, transgenderism, non-binary, the bullcrap, man. And that same wickedness being pushed on your kids, man. But see, if you say there is no law, then how they have fault?
I can't use it. That's my only. That's all I do.
They talk about that in Romans the 7th chapter. What is the law good for?
Right. Yeah.
Much and every day, because I would not know how to not steal if the law did not say so. If I'm not mistaken. Romans the 7th chapter. It says
I got a quick one.
yeah.
So this is back in Galatians 3 and 22. It said, oh, you found it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You got it.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 7 and 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Is the law sin?
I gotta get your
What is Paul gonna say?
Yahweh forbid.
God forbid. No, the law is not sin. That's how you are able to understand what sin is. What is sin? Sin is transgression of the law.
Right.
So that means you can't just do whatever you want to, man. Yeah, you go to these Christian churches, man, and it's a fiasco. That word fiasco means failure. Sister Johnson talking about Sister Brian. Sister, Brother Brian's sleeping with Sister Sandra. The piano player's a homosexual.
Then a thief.
Lying on the Holy Ghost, talking about you get the Holy Ghost and you jump up and down and do the Harlem Shake.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. The same person at the altar doing the same thing. And on top of that, you're not prophesying. You're not giving people a warning of what's to come or what's coming. You tell them to take the inoculations, the COVID-19 inoculations. You're not warning them about the Revelation 13 chapter, the mark of the beast. All the Christians is talking about love, which is a worldly concept. Their idea of love is a worldly concept of accepting everything. And now you got, and fast forward, now you got progressive Christians that are agnostic. These niggas go to church and be like, I'm a progressive Christian. I hope, you know what I'm saying, to believe in God one day. Look that up, brothers. That's a good sit down. Progressive Christians. And you Christians have nothing to say about their blasphemy. But you see us stand out here in our lot, and now you have a problem. Because now you're being Christian about your stance on the Bible.
That's right.
Go ahead, Art. Yeah, that's more on that.
Romans 7 and 7. It says, I'm starting to top again. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Yahweh forbid. Nay, I have not known sin, but by the law, for I had not known lust, except the law and has said, thou shalt not covet.
So you measure what sin is based on the law. Paul is telling you, is the law sin? God forbid. I would not know lust unless the scriptures told me not to lust.
Right.
The law. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's why I made that reference in Galatians about Abraham. You know, it was given, you know, through Abraham, you know what I'm saying, at that time the law wasn't given yet, but Abraham still understood, you know, because the Lord had pretty much, it was verbal at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the law was given at the time of Moses. You know, that's why it says that if I had not been told, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much talking about the rest of of our people, man. That's why the Lord put that laws there, you know, He put them in there for our transgressions. Because if you read Hebrews, I think it's the 7th chapter, or it might be the 8th chapter, where it talks about how, you know, for finding fault with them, you know, because the law is perfect. The law was put in there because the Lord gave us the law. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with the law. It was our fault.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the priest also went into the law being that schoolmaster, you know?
Yeah. They talk about that in Galatians too.
It's in that Galatians. Yeah, it's in that same.
It's in the same. It's all in that same chapter. Right. Yeah. Hey, because if you read up in that verse in Galatians 3, Paul basically says to the recent converts, he's like, who has easily betrayed you? Because you had at the time you had Judaizers that basically were Jews that believe in Mashiach or YAHAWASHI, the word really called Jesus. They believed in him, but they said you got to keep the law to the T. And he was like, no, man. You attain salvation by faith. Now that faith is going to induce you to act a certain way or to follow the law, but ultimately it's based off of that faith. Right? And then with faith without works is dead. You don't remain the same person. Allude to Romans, the 12th chapter. When you transform by the lunar night, what do you start doing? Well, you start forming yourself and your actions based off of what the scriptures say. And the law is a part of that.
That's right.
You got more on that?
Yeah. Where you at? 8?
Yeah, 8. It says Romans 7 and 8. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, brought in me all manner of concupiscences.
Right.
For without the law, sin was dead.
Right.
It says, for I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died.
That's right. So when sin came around, we died. that's a nation, not only ourselves individually, but the nation of Israel. And Paul is getting real intimate telling you, man, and I see it a lot. I'm trying, but these concubinage, this unbridled lust comes in, and I'm out of there.
Right.
So he's letting you know I can't keep the law to the best of ability. I can't keep the law 100%.
Yeah, he said that once. Like, that which I hated, I do.
I think it's, if you keep on reading, it's gonna say that.
Like when you say, he said sin revived, but basically he got rid of sin and it came back on.
Came back on.
You know? So
Hey,
he had
man,
to
that
repent.
happens, dog. You be doing, you be like, I got this. I done killed that demon. 3 months later, boy, that joker come back on you hard as well. Like, I did.
Catch on.
It be like, it take a hold of your body, man. Be like, God, no. That's why we need YAHAWASHI, man.
Jesus said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities of the world. Yeah, that's why we deal with that. We don't think we got something conquered. You know, we got the demon off of it, that evil spirit that got us going off. And next thing you know, we wake up one day and looking like, damn, I got to go back and fight. That's why we got to keep the whole full body armor, and the whole body armor.
Yep. And battles you win, and battles you lose, man.
Right.
Hey, it is truth. You're gonna find so many things about yourself that you need to refine, and you understand how much you really need YAHAWASHI, bro. Man. You need YAHAWASHI.
Right.
I got a precept. This is Revelations 5:1. It says, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within, and on the backside sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel, talking about the scriptures, right? It said, and I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. You know what I'm saying? He wept because he was pretty much like, man, we through. Nobody's worthy to open the book. And then what? Oh, snap. But it says, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. Man, that's talking about YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? So without YAHAWASHI, the book would still be sealed, everything would be shut up, and we would be out there lost in the sauce.
Right.
With no hope, like it says in Ephesians the 2nd chapter, you know, out there.
Alienated from the commonwealth.
Like, cause if you look at this world, man, it's a lot of lost souls out here, bro.
Right.
You know, we could easily be one of these people just walking around here aimlessly. You know?
Right.
You got a piece of it.
I don't know. What is it?
This Ephesians 2:1. He hath quickened, and you have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sin, wherein times past ye walked according to the course of this world. Like if my God himself could have been like anybody else, but on side wickedness, man. That word quicken means to be made alive, man. Okay? It says, the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among who also we all had our conversation in past times.
That word conversation, like it. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to clarify on that. That word conversation goes back to anastrophe, which means action. So our conversation, or our actions, was that of the world, man.
Right.
It says in times past, in the lust of the flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
Which, my bad, but I could also make that point, which goes back to what? Ezekiel the 37th chapter, the valley of the dry bones. You know what I'm saying? We were out there drier than a hoe, you know, just pretty much.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Fucking hot dog, pork hot dog, all kind of links. Boom, bro. Just like these people around, man.
Waving that American flag on July the 4th.
Man, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Flag shirt.
Yeah, but that, then it goes into that time, you know what I'm saying, from the valley, from the dry bones, and then that body coming back, the sinews and the muscles and the you know, the skin, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, really representing how we coming back into the, you know, knowing that we Israelites and all that stuff, but not really receiving the breath of the Lord, you know, the understanding like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it says that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. You know what I'm saying? The breath of the Lord is that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can go back, you know, the Lord can put you back from those bones and put you in a, you know, now you're growing flesh, now you're good, but you ain't received that breath yet. You know what I'm saying? So the people that are going to understand the breakdowns, the Gentiles, the law, and then what we're talking about, the law of sacrifice and how YAHAWASHI was important, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that all that is receiving that breath.
That's right.
You know?
It says, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we were following after the ways of the heathen, man.
Right.
Fornicating, committing spiritual fornication, going off, eating all types of food.
Adultery. Yeah, bro. And adultery, bro. All kind of, bro. Like I said, if it was up to the law, bro, we should be dead many times over, man. Stone, come right back, get stoned again.
Yeah.
It'll be a continual cycle through, man.
Right.
That's right, yeah. It goes back to Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Can you jump down to verse 12?
Ephesians.
Yeah.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11, it says, wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles of the flesh, who are called uncircumcised by that which is called circumcision,
Yeah.
and the flesh made by hands.
Yeah, man, talking about those Pharisees, the circumcised, were calling us uncircumcised, you know, because we weren't keeping the laws, like, you know, how supposedly they were. You know what I'm saying? They had the law, which makes them circumcised,
Right.
and us, growing up in the customs of the heathen, making us uncircumcised, right? Go ahead.
Verse 12, it says that at that time he were without a Mashiach, being alienated from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope and without the Most High in the world.
You get that word alienated? You know, so we were out there without YAHAWASHI, we were out there like the rest of the world. You know, without hope, without salvation, we were heathens. We were Gentiles.
Right.
All right, this is Strong's G526, apologetic Trey Hall. It says to alienate, to estrange, to be shut out for one's fellowship and intimacy.
Yeah, man, to be shut out from one's fellowship and intimacy. And then what does that go into? It goes into who the law and who the promises and who the Lord was dealing with from the beginning. It was the nation of Israel. The rest of these heathens, heathens weren't shut out from anything because they were never a part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's talking about us, man. We were the ones that were alienated, right? You got a precept?
Yeah. Just going into, like you say, the nation of Israel, going to the lake and the sprinkling of the blood. It's and also going to first and second covenant. This is 1 Peter 1, started verse 1. It says, Peter, an apostle of YAHAWASHI Mashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father through sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience and the sprinkling of the blood of YAHAWASHI Mashiach. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied.
Sprinkling of that blood. And what is that sprinkling of blood? It talks about that in Hebrews, man.
Right.
That's the propitiation on the mercy seat. That's YAHAWASHI. What did that represent? You would go there, that we would annually, and the sins of Israel would be forgiven.
Right. Verse 3, it says, blessed be Yahweh the Father of our Lord YAHWASHI Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy has begotten us unto a lively hope by the resurrection of YAHWASHI Mashiach from the dead. It says, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you. Like, keep going there, but like you said, the abundance of that mercy, the sprinkling of the blood, you know, that remission of sin. What we're basically being through that mercy. That's why if the Yahawashi didn't come upon the scene and we was all going by, like you said, the scribes and Pharisees, do you see the state that we're in right now as a nation of people? We wouldn't even probably be here upon the earth. We'll be basically destroyed because we needed something to keep us going. Because if we would have kept going by the law, we would have had she-goat. We supposed to have he-goat. So yeah, we'll just have everything just ready to go. I know I'm going to go sin right here. So when I get home, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice.
That's right. Sacrificing animals that had broken legs and all that.
That's why the Most High set up his son, Yahawashi, the sacrificial lamb.
Right.
So you can do away with all that, man. Let me get this real quick. This one. Galatians 4 and 5, just talking about the Lord, Yahawashi. To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoptions of sons. So he sent the son, Yahawashi, to buy us back. Because you can't just keep the law perfect. You break one, you break them all, man. So now I go to the faith and believing of the Lord is the Most High sent his son for the nation of Israel. And because ye are sons, because we are sons now. So it's like how your dad teaches certain things. Like you got a king and he, okay, you're the son of an heir, right? So you basically become your father's servant. And so he teaches certain things. So as you're being brought up, now it's your turn to come into his stead. Now you know how to maneuver because he's been teaching you as a kid. You became his servant. Now you know how to maneuver and be able to rule. So now the Most High got us out of the world through his son, brought us to the truth. Now, and because ye are sons, the Most High has sent forth the spirit of his son into your hearts and in our minds, crying, Abba, Father, man. You know?
That's right.
Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. So now we're being called sons now.
Right.
Because you join heirs to the Lord, right? So that schoolmaster, that law, he brought us up under that. Now we know how to rule, because now we look at us as sons again.
Right.
See what I'm